This is one where you have any of those intro psych books from anywhere in the 1950s, 60s or so, and there was this inevitable picture where you had, it was this room, there was this surface, and it had a checkerboard linoleum on it, and the surface came to around here, and then it dropped down about 3 feet, and then continued the same on the bottom. It was always the same checkerboard linoleum which was like worth its weight in gold at the time, linoleum which was going to make life better for everyone. So you had this checkered linoleum thing there, and the critical thing was right around here when the wall dropped down, right here was a sheet of glass that continued out there. In other words, the actual floor would continue here on the glass while it was also dropping down to this. And what was always in one of those pictures would be some adorable, cute baby animal sitting out there on the glass, totally freaking out. Because it's out there and it's looking way down there and there's stuff, a yawning chasm below of 3 feet, and you are eliciting what was called a visual cliff response, which is, get me out of here. I'm floating up in the air here. You did not have to have animals who already had experience by, trial and error, learning that when you're floating in the air, that tends not to last for long and you get owies afterward. There was no, it's there in the first place. You take a baby dog, you take a baby human, you take a baby blue whale, whatever, and you push them out on the glass there and they look down and they totally freak out. Unless they're a baby sloth. Oh, isn't that kind of interesting? Because if you're a baby sloth who gets freaked out by yawning space underneath you, you are not going to be a very functioning sloth when you grow up there. Oh, species-specific fixed action patterns, where in this case, this visual cliff could evoke this whole fixed action pattern of panic responses, all of that. So where does the learning come in? You push this poor animal out there enough times, a 40th time the elephant's out there, and it begins to learn, I don't know what's up with this because this gravity business is making sense otherwise, but it seems to be okay when I'm out here. You could habituate the visual cliff response, but all sorts of animals, except for arboreal ones hanging up there, all sorts of species didn't have to have prior experience with not liking to drop down open spaces. It was there already. They learned the context better.